You are exhausting yourself by being everyone's favorite person, and it is killing you slowly from the inside. There is a precise moment every evening when the front door clicks shut, the lights are dimmed, and the weight of the day finally decides to crush your lungs. It is in this silence that the mask you've worn, the one that smiles at the right moments, the one that says I'm happy to help even when your nerves are fraying like old rope, begins to peel away. You are not a kind person by nature, you are a survivor by necessity. You learned long ago that if you become the soft cushion upon which everyone else rests, you become indispensable. And if you are indispensable, you are safe from being abandoned. That is the lie you have been whispering to yourself for years, isn't it? The belief that your worth is tied to how much of your own soul you can sacrifice to keep someone else comfortable. But tonight, the air feels thin, and the familiar rhythm of your performance is failing. You are staring at the reflection in the dark glass of the window, wondering who exactly is looking back at you, because the person you've curated for the world has nothing in common with the wreckage behind your eyes. You navigate your days with the precision of a tightrope walker. You scan the room, gauging the temperature of other people's moods, adjusting your tone and your energy to fit the vacuum they create. If they are angry, you become the peacemaker. If they are needy, you become the infinite well. It is a performance so practiced, so deeply ingrained in your neural pathways, that you have forgotten how to exist in a space where you are not needed. Your overthinking isn't just about what you said, it is about how they perceived the version of you that you manufactured. Did you smile wide enough? Did you sound supportive enough? Did your voice carry that specific, soothing frequency that keeps them from feeling neglected? You carry the ledger of their emotions in your head, constantly updating the balance to ensure you never run a deficit of approval. You believe this is love, or perhaps integrity, but it is just a frantic search for external validation to fill a void that keeps growing the more you feed it. The internal chaos is a deafening roar that no one hears because you have become a master of the muted scream. You walk through grocery stores, offices, and crowded rooms, holding a curated composure that feels like a suit of armor made of fragile glass. Every compliment you receive, "You're so reliable, you're always so calm," feels like a tiny puncture wound. They are praising the mask, not the person behind it. And the worst part is the guilt. You feel guilty for wanting to scream, for wanting to be selfish, for wanting to be bad just to see if the world would stop spinning. You envy the people who can be cold, the ones who say no without needing to provide a 10-paragraph justification, the ones who don't care if they are liked. You think they are free, while you remain a prisoner of your own niceness. Your body is starting to keep the score, too. There is a tightness in your chest that no medicine can touch, a persistent exhaustion that sleep does not repair, and a creeping numbness that makes life feel like a movie you are watching from behind a thick, frosted pane of glass. You wonder what would happen if you simply stopped. If you let the phone ring, if you failed to be the support system for someone who hasn't asked about your day in months, if you stood in the middle of a room and let the silence hang heavy instead of filling it with your accommodating chatter. The terror that rises when you imagine this is the true measure of your cage. You are terrified of the space where the good person used to be. Because if you aren't the one who fixes things, who makes sure everyone is okay, who is pleasant and patient and accommodating, then who are you? Are you just the silence? Are you the mess you've been sweeping under the rug for a decade? The fear of finding out the answer is exactly why you put the mask back on every single morning. You have convinced yourself that the mask is your face, and that the decay happening beneath it is a small price to pay for the illusion of belonging. The irony of your existence is that you are desperately lonely while being constantly surrounded by people who claim to know you. You are the emotional anchor for a dozen different ships, yet you are the one drifting in a cold, black ocean, anchorless and cold. You spend your nights analyzing every interaction, replaying the scenes where you were nice and feeling a strange, hollow resentment toward the people you were nice to. You hate that they took what you gave, and you hate yourself for giving it. You are running a marathon with weights strapped to your ankles, pretending you are walking on air. The burnout is not just physical, it is a total collapse of your sense of identity. You have traded your boundaries for belonging, and now you have neither. You are a ghost inhabiting a life that was designed by the expectations of others, and every day you wake up feels less like living and more like maintaining a fragile facade that serves everyone but you. Tonight, you realize that this cycle isn't a strategy for connection, it is a defense mechanism against intimacy. By playing the good one, you never have to be truly seen. If you are always serving, you never have to be vulnerable. You have built a fortress out of kindness, and it has kept you perfectly, agonizingly alone. The revelation hits you with the weight of cold water. You don't need to be better, or kinder, or more accommodating. You just need to stop lying to yourself about why you're doing it. You aren't being nice for them. You're being nice to hide from the terrifying fact that you don't know how to exist without being a reflection of someone else's needs. The mask is heavy, but it is not as heavy as the truth you have been hiding from. You are not a saint, you are just tired. And for the first time, you allow yourself to admit that being good was the most effective way you found to disappear. The more you give, the less you become. The louder you smile, the deeper the silence.